Oh my goodness. Okay, can everybody hear Judy?
Can you hear me? I tested the mic, I tested the camera, and I tested my phone talking to Patti.
Okay, I can hear you. I'm so excited you are here. Oh my goodness. Hi, my friend.
Hi, honey.
You look amazing.
Thank you. I heard you talking with the guests about some of the questions that you had. Yeah. And I had a funny feeling that a lot of them would pertain to fitness. So I came down into the fitness studio where I do all of my YouTube exercise videos. And I have a part for you today.
Well, good. I like that because we do already have those questions coming in. Okay. We just got to catch up because, you know, we were chatting yesterday and it's like, we haven't really spoken or seen each other in a long, it's been many, many, many years.
I know. You know what I figured? I couldn't remember the year that you left QVC, but I remember the year that I did. And so in counting backwards, do you know it's been at least 16 years since we've seen each other?
That's what it, are you serious? Don't we look the same but younger?
I know, exactly. I don't know.
I can't believe that, Judy. I can't believe 16 years. I'm just shocked. That is unbelievable. But I left in 2011.
Okay.
So it was
time fast. I mean, when you and I caught up yesterday, just to practice and catch up and know what we wanted to talk about and how it was going to work, it just felt like old times. In fact, it's so fun. I was looking around through all my photo albums because I really wanted to surprise you. Paul remembered that when you first came to QVC, remember when we had our host Christmas parties in the host room?
Yes.
It was kind of like Secret Santa. So you'd draw somebody's name from a hat and then we had to get them something under a certain amount of money. And then it was a surprise. And some people read poems and some people, you know, had funny stories to tell. And you were the one that I drew out of the hat. And he said, I'm going to get emotional. He said, you're so gracious and she was brand new and you made her feel right at home.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I love that. That is so cool. And I almost more so love that he remembered that.
Yeah. I think that was the time that no one was supposed to know we were dating.
Okay, you opened up the door. Now I got to walk through. Exactly. Everybody wants to know about your love story. So clearly I didn't even know what was going on.
Well, you know, and my dad always used to say, you think that nobody knows, but just assume everybody knows because I'm sure they do. So we were probably not kidding anybody. But believe it or not, this is kind of funny. One of our very first dates, and I decided to bring a little show and tell.
Oh my God! Oh my gosh!
So we had gone skiing, and that's amazing. That we realized some of the activities that we had in common, and that we were both very athletic, and we loved to ski, and we loved to boat and sail and water ski and play tennis, and he plays basketball 6 days a week. So that was one of our very first dates. And then this.
I love that. Thank you for sharing these.
But this was on my birthday.
Oh my gosh. You guys are
I know. Look at how young we were. This was probably, I think, probably 2002, somewhere around 2000.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm going to take you back even further.
Yes, please.
Look at this. This was before you got to QVC. And I was looking through all of my old insiders because we used to put these things out all the time.
Right.
And I could not find you anywhere because I thought, it'd be so much fun to surprise her with some pictures. But I did find this. And I thought,
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Look at how my baby face.
Yes. Queen icon. Look at you. Seriously. You look amazing.
It was way back then that they discovered my love of fitness. So I started doing a whole bunch of fitness shows and then had that show called Get Fit with Judy for 2 years.
You know, they were good about that. Well, I have to admit that for myself because that's where I discovered my love of beauty because we sell everything, right? So then you kind of learn what you really lean into.
Exactly.
That is amazing.
So I have to surprise you with something else.
Oh, God.
Again, before you got to QVC, they used to put posters on the wall of the new studio. 1997, I think, was when it was built.
Okay.
And they put posters of the hosts up all over so that when they gave the tour of QVC, the QVC studio, the people would get a chance to see the host. Well, then they gave us a copy of the poster that they put up. So Paul is on the other side of my computer, and he said, well, you're talking about fitness. I think show them this.
No, is he really
I want them all fit in the screen. I'm gonna have to move the computer back. Wait. Look at this.
No way! Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. I need to screenshot this right now.
Is that hysterical? So Phil Meyer and I were kind of the the fitness junkies, and so there we were. And they watched, they ordered, they exercised. Oh, and then let me do this. They got killer. Well, you have to show yourself behind.
Let's do the man behind the poster.
My job here is to
dreams come true. Dreams come true. Dreams come true.
Well, they have to see that poster. I said that'll take them way back.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible.
That's so funny.
I can't even believe it. And I was at your wedding.
Yes, that's what
I was all the holidays.
That's the album that I should have gone through. Yes, and this was the last one I was going to show because it's my favorite picture of all.
Oh God, Judy, you literally were you were just glowing angel. That is gorgeous.
Isn't that fun to see where the candlelight is right over my heart?
Oh yes, it's so beautiful.
So the photographer gave me that picture. I thought, oh wow, it's amazing.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Oh, everybody wanted to hear that. You exceeded our expectations on the delivery of all of it.
Wow, well that's good. I'm so excited about over.
Oh my God. Okay, well let me just get to the business of once I announced that we were doing this for my new show, which is just going to be about inviting people I love that I want to reconnect with. I love that you're my first because you never forget your first. You're going to go down in the books, in the history of the Patti Reilly Show. But so many people were so excited and loved your show with Paul. And of course, they were commenting on your recent show with Kathy Levin.
Yes, last weekend. And that's why the timing was so perfect because I think the customers and the new followers on Facebook just really love the reminiscing, the stories, the friendships that have remained through the years. I mean, we're talking about a course of 25 years that we've known these people. And I heard you talking about some of the guests that you're going to have on your show.
Yes.
The products. And when you said Rosalie Brown, I thought, Rosalie Brown, I used to work with her all the time. I loved her.
I know.
Remember Bruce Hymanson, who did the body blades?
Oh my gosh, the body blades.
Yeah, with him. So when you were talking about that, I think those are the memories that really people enjoy. And so Kathy was really fun. And we went longer. We usually just do about a half-hour show.
Yeah.
I had a fun feeling and she was here at our home.
Yes.
We actually had somebody on the show live. It wasn't just like a screen like this.
Right.
If you ever come to Florida, you have to be on our Sunday Fun Day with Paul and Judy. We would love that. 1,000,000,000,000%
yes. 100,000,000%. I have to throw another name your way too because of fitness. So guess who else I reached out to? You're going to lose your mind.
Who?
And you already responded. It was like, let me know when. Billy Blanks.
You're kidding. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I'm just like, girl, I'm just hitting it up. Just getting out the Rolodex, just looking for names. Just like, listen, you know why, Judy? Because here we are, you and I. So much has happened in your life, but what has remained the same? Your love of fitness. You have a newer channel, correct?
Yeah.
Very new. 500 followers. Woo! I brought my celebratory drink along.
I love that.
And good. Of course, the questions. And so let's just go there. First of all, I love this because you and I were talking just even about the way you're shooting it. Thank you for taking us into your home. I think that's so cool. And why don't you just go ahead and explain the idea of bringing you into the home and being able to do fitness. One of the ladies, Ellen, said, she's a beginner. So what types of tips and what types of exercises are you going to continue to offer on your channel?
Well, what I started to do, and you and I were kind of touching on this yesterday when we were talking about philosophies. And I think that New Year's resolution is always a great time to kind of, start on a new path and get all motivated and get excited and maybe even go join a gym. But the problem is when we think about the time commitment of that sort of thing, we typically think of an hour-long workout, and most classes last an hour.
Truly.
A half an hour there, and then you have to get dressed, and then you do your class, and then you shower, and then it's a half hour home. And then by the time you've put 2 hours or 2 hours plus set aside, it's too easy to talk yourself out of exercising. But I feel that if you just move a little bit every day, it doesn't have to be this massive commitment of time. So what I also thought was I'm saving people the drive, so they're not having to go somewhere. You can be in the comfort of your own home. You can do this in your living room, in your bathroom, in your bedroom. I even did a workout that I just put out last week.
Can I show it? Can I show it?
Sure, you have it?
I am. Do you mind? Okay, I'm just going to show it while you go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I needed a counter. So I thought, well, why not? Go into your bathroom. You've got a counter there. You've got a mirror in front of you. And so that way you can watch your form. You can watch me on your device, and you can do the exercises right there. If you have a mat, an exercise mat, then you would lay that out. If you have little socks with the rubber bottoms on them, it keeps you from slipping. If you need to back your rug and do it barefoot, you can. I don't do anything around. I have found that even when I go to class, and I still go to class to stay up on the moves and the exercises and still stay motivated myself and to stay in shape. That when they do jumping, I tend to not like it as much anymore. We're at a point where you feel it in your back, you feel it in your knees. So I'm using, I actually even have an example here. I use light weights. I use 2 pound, 3 pound, and sometimes 5 pound, but even the 5 pounds I typically hold in 2 hands because I'm doing something either over the head or bending down like a kettlebell would be. Anyway, very, very easy exercises to do. I should say easy to follow, but you'll find even if you go to YouTube and you search Judy Crowell style or even just Judy Crowell, that any of the videos are good for beginners. They're only 10 minutes long, and I do a warm up and I do a cool down. And she's showing you the different workouts. And you can, when you go to YouTube, you can choose to do any of them. They'll automatically start. You can subscribe right underneath, so that way you'll be notified when the new videos come out. I put out a new video every week. So eventually you're going to have just so much variety. You can go back and choose your favorite ones. You can do abs, hips, and thighs. You can do arms. You can do buns. So I'm going to have a whole lot of different subject matters too that you can find that you feel are challenges for you to work on.
Which I love that. I was trying to bring up the arms one because that you did on the bathroom counter. It's not going to load, but it's one of the most, that's the most recent one.
So the one that's right below. Right below.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes, the one with the leg up is the one that is the counter exercises because you're actually leaning and resting and balancing on the counter. So because you're going to be lifting your leg, and you'll be surprised when you've done it for any, like even a 2 minute or 3 minute period of time, then you're ready to stretch back out again.
Yes.
You stretch, you contract, you then want to stretch back out. So they're really easy to follow. And then I even did one where if you continue to follow the workouts, I made a suggestion about all the different toys that you can go find, that you can buy, that are all very inexpensive, but that kind of get you ready for the workouts.
Well, I love that because I did want to share something with you because it's kind of, this is me trying to have my moment of pride with fitness queen, Judy Crowell. So I know that this looks like any old kettlebell. This was second place winner of a weight loss challenge that I was in at F45. So this was my trophy.
Oh my God.
So I won a kettlebell as a trophy for being in second place in the weight loss challenge. And I did actually want to ask you that because that's something I actually have my own weighted. That's clearly not. That's like a doorstop weight. But are you interested in doing like a kettlebell workout? I hear a lot about kettlebells right now and how good they are for all over. What are your thoughts?
They are. They're good for all over. They're wonderful for squats too. So if you really want to work the thighs and the glute muscles and also the abs, in every single one of my videos, I'm always reminding you, hold your abs in, navel to spine, hold your abs in, tighten your glutes, because it's so easy when you're concentrating on a move to forget, hold everything in. But yes, kettlebells are wonderful. And just like a plank is good for the whole body, swimming is good for the whole body. You can do so many things with the kettlebell that will work your arms, your abs, your legs, your hips, your thighs, even your calf muscles. So I love it. I think it's great. It's a good.
And they're not that expensive, like you said. So I think I bought the one that I have from Home Goods, believe it or not, for $15.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also have the bands, and I wanted to ask, I'm going to stop this scroll because then I know we have some questions, but what about workout bands? What about those? Do you like those resistant bands that you kind of put, sometimes we do those, I mean, you can do them really all over, right? Arms and legs and things?
Yes, you can. And we do that in class. I haven't added any of the band workouts to any of my videos yet. I think I only have 10 workout videos out, maybe. So
well, I mean,
mainly on arms and abs and hips and thighs. But and I also know that not everybody has all of the equipment,
right?
Like the bands, for instance. But one of the things in a video, and I'll show you. Let me see if I can move my camera to show you. Right here, I have like a ball, an exercise ball that it's actually called playground ball. You know, like you can get it at a Dick's Sporting Goods, or you can get it at a Five Below, you know, and it's great for exercise. But in my video, I also say, okay, but here's a substitute. Take a beach towel, wrap a couple of rubber bands around it, and you can still do those exercises that you might do with a ball. It just doesn't bounce back, but it's still nothing to squeeze. So I'm trying to encourage people to kind of use what they have in their own home until they can get to that point where they're ready to buy something because they're committed. Just like the weights, I say, if you have soup cans, even those are 3/4 pound a piece. So use them because you have some resistance. And that's something to think about.
You know what, Judy? For me, I'm excited that I reconnected with you and found your channel because I travel so much.
Yeah.
So I'm typically in a hotel and they don't always have the best gyms. And quite frankly, sometimes once I'm in the room, I want to stay in the room. I can utilize the room and do all the things you just said. So I love that too. But I am so with you. I just think get your body moving 20 minutes a day. You never regret that. But I am going to ask you, leading right into this next question, I was trying to segue with regrets. What is a cheat meal for you? Let's talk about a Judy Crowell cheat food, cheat meal. Don't hold back.
Well, actually, at this point, cheating for me would be eating gluten.
Okay.
I was told 5 years ago, I turned a certain age and I decided that I was going to go get a whole battery of tests done just to kind of check out, all right, how's the health doing? Because I never told anybody this, and I can't believe I'm even telling you this now, but I had cancer 11 years ago, breast cancer. And I just decided I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to handle it. And so I'm one of these people who I don't think everybody realizes that we all have something that we're either battling or getting over or getting through or getting past. And so it's something that I guess when you find a passion and you really want to pursue it, just like you're doing with your new show, you have to go for it. And so that's when I said, you know, I wanted to do this 10 years ago, but the timing just wasn't right. And Paul said, you also need to let people know your age.
You're going,
no, you're not supposed to talk about your age as a lady. No, I mean, I'm of that generation where we were told, no, you don't talk about your age. But he said, you're 60 years old, Judy, and you're fit and you look amazing. You're taking good care of yourself. And that's something else that I think will inspire other people to know that they can do it anytime. It's never too late to start. I mean, my feeling is you have one life.
And she looks amazing in a bikini.
Why did you show that?
Oh my God.
So, anyway, all these confessions. But getting back to your question, So I did all these batteries of tests, partly because of just wanting to keep up with everything and make sure that nothing reoccurred.
Right.
But that's when they also said to me, so most people are like a 0 to 10 on the scale of gluten in their bodies. And Missy, you are at 160. No more gluten for you.
What?
I didn't even know what gluten was. You know, I would be one of these people at a restaurant who would hear somebody say, now I need a gluten-free menu because I can't have gluten. And I would think, for gluten, what the heck is gluten? I'm sure I love it.
Right.
I do love it. So I don't eat pizza anymore. It's gluten-free pizza. I love pasta, but I need to have gluten-free pasta noodles. But I will tell you that grocery stores have gotten amazingly good about offering gluten-free foods. So I don't go hungry for sure. And I'm trying to think of what a really good cheat meal would be. I mean, it would be anything with gluten, but.
Well, I just say this because first of all, I'm blown away. Because that was
I've never told anyone a lot of this stuff.
Well, I know. And all I know is you look amazing, and I can see and sense that you're in wonderful health. Am I right? Like
yes, I'm in amazing health. And in amazing health up here too.
Yeah, I can tell that.
All the difference in the world.
Oh my God. But also, I think that for nothing else, if somebody walks away from hearing you, because just you saying that, just telling me about the gluten and where your level was, I sort of take it or leave it, Judy, to be honest, because I don't think I have a sensitivity. So I sort of think, yeah, I mean, if I have an option, I will take the option, but I don't seek it out. And now hearing you say this, that wakes me up. And so I would imagine that for a lot of people, because to your point, there are so many options out there right now that we should probably push ourselves more to go for the better option that is the gluten-free, right?
I think to each his own for sure, Patti, but it kind of puts into perspective the things that we need to not overlook. So in other words, don't be afraid of going to get a thermogram, for instance. I do thermography every year. Now, mammography is too painful. So my doctor said, be sure to do, especially on that one breast, ultrasound and thermography. And that at least gives them parameters and markers to go on to see if there are any changes year after year after year. Okay. So those sorts of things are important. I mean, even silly things like being sure you go to the dentist. Dental work, if you have a problem, can be so dangerous if it's left to go too long. Dermatologist, I mean, we live in Florida, so we have to be very, very careful about checking everything out annually. And I have a friend who does it biannually because she said, I was horrible as a kid. She said, I got 7-degree burns. I sat out in the sun for so long. So, you know, we get moles, we get freckles, we don't think anything about them, but even a dermatologist checkup. I mean, I guess, and I hate to be a preacher about it because I'm not a doctor of any sort. I don't have an MD after my name for anything, but I feel so confident and so positive about encouraging people, especially those of us who kind of want to look the other way. Don't look the other way, because it's, as I say, you have one life and you want to live it to the fullest and the best that you possibly can for as long as you are on this earth. We see people who suffer all the time and they're hunched over, or they have aches and pains, or they have arthritis, or they have bad knees, or they have bad shoulders, or they can't. And if you can just get up and move and take care of yourself and check everything out on an annual basis, I just think you can avoid a lot of problems down the road.
Agreed. Absolutely.
This overall wellness that I love to convey through my channel and also through the Facebook talks and just really connecting with women who can relate.
Well, I'm good. I'm right there. I'm a subscriber. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be listening. I'm going to be texting you. Now that I have your number, you might regret it. That will be your regret. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about your favorite vacation spot. What is Judy Crowell and Paul Deasy's favorite vacation spot?
You know, we love, you remember the very first picture that I showed you of the skiing?
Yes.
We love Colorado. And we've been to Colorado for years. And we owned a place out in Colorado for a while, and we would go out and ski multiple times a year. And then we got kind of busy, so we decided, okay, sort of what's the next thing? he and I are real adventurers. But I will tell you, in addition to Colorado, one of our favorite things to do is to cruise.
Okay.
And we just got back from a Hawaiian cruise around the islands of Hawaii. And I think I would have to say we cruise at least once a year. So it's something that we really look forward to. And I think our favorite country outside of the United States of America, because the United States of America is our absolute favorite country, we're traveling outside. We love Italy. There's something very romantic. We both love wine, so we've been to wine country, and we've been on wine tours, and we've signed up for wine events. We go to wine dinners. It's a nice way to get to know people. It's great camaraderie, and the whole process of making wine is fascinating. The different years and what they go through, and how long they should be in the bottle, and how they're made. Is it oak? Is it steel? It's just. So that's a really
that's cool.
Really enjoy.
Do you go to you must have been to Sonoma Valley and all of that? You've done in California?
But where we want to go, where we have not been, and I don't know if you ever have, is the Oregon and Washington State area. We love to tour those wines. Every time we taste a Washington or Oregon wine, it's like, where is this really? Life?
That's pretty cool. I love that. I actually went to Vail, Colorado last year the only other time I'd been to Colorado was Steamboat Springs. So honestly, you can't go wrong with either one. I had a great time. It was magical. It was like a winter wonderland, everything they say. It was so magnificent.
Did you ski the pole in Vail?
I did ski. I'm not very good, so I don't, if you tell me any lingo, I won't know. I'll just say I skied. I skied. I'm more an après skier. Let Paul know that in case I make you in the future. You might work that in. I'm just saying, and I'll just be in the lodge.
Little ski bunny there.
That's right. But I'll have all the gear on, and it'll be cute.
Right. See?
Okay.
You'll look the part.
Now this might this is an interesting one that I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
So it's going to be sort of a layered question. It's like kind of, who was your favorite guest you ever worked with, and who is the guest that you would it could have been you would have loved to work with, or that, listen, we're open for the future, that you would still love to work with in some way?
Interesting question. I think I worked with Vicki Lawrence, and I worked with Tim Conway, and Harvey Korman, and the only person from the Carol Burnett show that I never worked with was Carol Burnett.
Wow.
He would have been a very interesting person to have met, I think. But the other was wonderful, all so talented.
Oh my gosh.
Richard Simmons. Such a
it was amazing.
He was so positive, such positive energy. I'll tell you the person that I worked with that of all the people put me in awe.
Tell me.
And we used to, how we used to set up our shows, and it would be hours and hours of prep, and then you'd have 2 minutes to run into the green room and say, hi, how are you? So these are the questions that I want. Is there anything you need me to? Okay, good. I'll see you out there. Because it would be, you had 3 hours worth of product to get ready to offer and to sell. Yeah. So we didn't get a chance to spend a lot of time with these people, but I was on the set when Charlton Heston came on the set, and we were selling a 4-pack of VHS tapes. And when he was Moses, and he was on the mountain, and the 10 Commandments and that whole thing, and that's what we were selling. And I can remember, it's one of my favorite and yet most embarrassing moments at the same time. He was a huge man, and he was so gracious, and we were just sitting in like an interview type situation, and we were talking about the movies and his memories of making it and all those sorts of things. And then we took a break so that he could stand up and walk off the set and go take his microphone off. And he leaned down to me and he said, thank you, you were so good. And I said, you are too. He's Charlton Heston. He's kind of a little good. I just turned the color of this weight.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Really
that is amazing.
Man. And of course, we worked with the Tan Man, Mr. Hamilton.
Oh, Mr. Hamilton. Yes. Okay.
Don Osmond and Marie, of course, were really fun to have through the studios. Oh, there are just so many people. Who was Cassidy from the Partridge Family?
David Cassidy?
David Cassidy, yes.
Really?
I was with him one time, and he actually sang. Oh, and then another one was Clint Black. You remember? Do you know?
Yes, I love Clint Black. The country singer, yes.
Yes. And he sat, we were sitting on stools, bar stools, and he turned down all the lights, and he had a new album out. I think they were on CDs at the time. They weren't still in disc form. You're going to understand some of these references, nuances. But he sat on, we were sitting on two stools. He had his guitar. They turned down the lights, and I about fell off my stool. I'm sitting there thinking, Clint Black is singing to me.
Yeah.
So there were times like that where you just kind of had to pinch yourself and think, this stuff is really cool, you know?
I could not agree more. I remember how I felt when I heard that Chuck Woolery, yes, Paul, Chuck Woolery, was going to be in the studio. I mean, 2 and 2. We'll be back in 2 and 2. That night, I just had a crush on him. I don't know what age I know.
Yeah, so handsome.
Unbelievable. And just so many people. Okay, back to Judy and my questions.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, okay. What was the last movie you saw or book you read that you'd like to recommend to our viewers?
The last movie I saw, I'm trying to think about, we've done so much traveling that sometimes I'll just sit and watch 3 movies in a row on the plane.
Right?
I'm trying to think of some of the ones that I watched. Paul, do you remember what some of the movies were that we watched on the plane? I know, I have to admit, I watched The Hustlers. Oh, yes. Hustlers with J-Lo. Oh my gosh, they are so talented. Right? Beyond that, it really is a good movie. And it's not a true story, which is also kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Rocket Man, about Elton John.
I didn't see that.
It's great.
No. Is it great? Is it crazy good?
I really liked it. Yes, I was so glad that I saw it because it wasn't in the theaters anymore. So they had shown it on the plane. So I said, oh yeah, I've got to watch it. It's fascinating. I mean, what a natural talent. Just, but again, as we were talking about things that we have to overcome in life and that nobody escapes overcoming challenges. Nobody on this earth do not overcoming challenges. So his were quite big challenges in his life, and he's just so talented. So it makes you appreciate the people so much more when I think you know a little bit more about their backgrounds.
Truly, and it's funny because I was lucky enough to see him last year in concert right here in Atlanta. Whoa. I mean, just first of all, everything's different when you're in person, right? When you're there, it's like going to a sporting event. Suddenly, I love football. Never did, but I love it now, right? When you're there, you know? But he's amazing. So that is definitely something. I can't believe I haven't seen that one because I did love Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought that was too. Yes, but the one I watched, so I was sick for a while, so I was watching movie after movie after movie, and one that surprised me, and I really actually ended up liking, was The Professor with Johnny Depp.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I liked it.
I have to write that down or I'll forget.
Yeah, The Professor with Johnny Depp. And there was one with Naomi Watts because I just love her anyway. But I also saw Bombshell, and then that led me to watch all the other kind of versions that were on like HBO, right?
Yeah, Bombshell too. I really enjoyed that.
I did too.
Very. I'm telling you, halfway through the movie, I kept thinking to myself, so when's Charlize Theron coming on the screen? And
she did look like she looked
on the screen the whole time. That's Megyn Kelly. I said. Oh my gosh, the transformation that actress can pull off is incredible in the roles she plays. That was a great.
I totally agree. Yes, it was absolutely amazing. Okay, so I have a couple more questions, and then I want to open it up because I know everybody's been following along so patiently. All right, so if Judy Crowell is going to, because I feel like I'm going to put this out in the atmosphere and it's going to come to fruition. Both of us are going to have little like movie trailers for our YouTube. So clearly you're going to have a theme song. So what would Judy Crowell's theme song be?
Wow. That's a great question. That's a better question for Paul. We played trivia last night. he's like this with songs and Paul, what would be a good theme song for Get Fit with Judy?
But I need you to think about it because we need to make that little trailer an action video. Oh yeah, come in. Because I was like, Sweet Dreams. I love by the Eurythmics.
Where's the makeup artist?
Where's powder?
For you,
Yeah, forget it.
something really upbeat and fun.
Right?
Let me think about it. The one up the Young Will Survive. That's too long.
I'll try to make more headway.
Yes, because these knees are almost 60 years old myself.
Yeah, something upbeat. I said you would be a good one to try to come up with an answer to that
I'm
question.
sorry, I was out recycling.
It's a normal life around here.
Because think about what you're dancing in the room and nobody's watching. That's what your song is.
I don't know. It might be something by Taylor Swift, Patti.
Probably.
Or Meghan Trainor.
Oh, definitely.
I love Meghan Trainor songs. Her songs are so upbeat and snappy.
Or Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah, Bruno Mars.
Funk.
Yes, Uptown Funk. That would be fun. Yep. Because I'm an uptown girl.
Yeah.
And I'm funky. So that might work. My theme song is New Attitude by Patti LaBelle. That's that. There you go. That's a great one.
Is my work here done?
Your work here's done. What are we having for dinner?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Yes. So Patti, along the lines of what you said, and she said that she recognized that I've hit 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So Paul said, all right, your aim is 1,000. So why don't we go out for half-priced wine since you're halfway there to your 1,000
Any
goal?
excuse I can have.
So bless her heart looking.
I love that. Yeah.
I'm turning Judy's win into my win. So I get half price off a bottle of wine.
There you go. So we're going to go out and celebrate this show that you invited me to be on, Patti. I think she's playing with all the buttons.
What happened? Oh.
She's playing with the, trying to bring up the videos and bring down the volume to bring up the. I know, because we use this same system when we do our Facebook Live. There she is.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
She's back.
The whole setup, when you set it up, it's a lot of work. And then Judy puts in the exercise on top. I'm tired from doing the setup. She actually works out.
Yeah, Judy actually edits her stuff. And I'm doing some things and I just like, it's good. I'll just throw it up there.
Well, I don't know. Go ahead.
I was just going to tell you that Paul has a YouTube channel as well. And his is Paul DC Gemstones. So I know how much you appreciate gems, Patti. So, because I heard you talking about crystals and some really neat powders and makeups and stuff like that before I came on your show. So I want to subscribe to Paul's channel too on YouTube. Okay,
so is this, let me make sure I have this one right. So is it that right? Is that right?
Gemstones.
Oh, gemstones.
Yeah. But if you type in Paul DC, it'll finish it for you. It would come up automatically. So basically, you find it. You recognize his. As soon as you see the person that you're looking for in a little round picture, click on that round picture, and that's their channel. And then all their videos come up, and then you can click on any of the videos you want to watch.
Yeah, it's me as you remember, but with gray hair and older. But I'm going to be doing free gemstone classes. So just
let me see. I'm subscribing. So Paul, you're up 1 subscriber now. So this is just where it all happens now.
Yeah, baby.
Let me see. Let me show the people. Let me take myself.
You can take us out too. We can scoot over.
Yes. Yeah, that's me.
Oh yeah, so that's his channel. And see the round picture right next to Paul DC Gemstones? That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a face in the round. That's the person's channel. So if you click on that, then you can subscribe to it. And then you can, or you could watch a video and subscribe underneath the video. And I think there's even a way that there's a little bell icon. And if you click the bell, then you get notified when they put up a new video. So that's another little, a little hint about how to use it. I think a lot of people are still a bit intimidated by YouTube. And I've had a lot of questions, even from millennials, who I'll say to them, oh, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm starting these exercise videos and I'd love to have your opinion. You can make a comment and subscribe to the channel. And they'll say, now, do I need an account for that? Or
No,
how much does it cost?
Right.
No account.
No, nothing. No, it's such a great, this is such a great platform for us doing the things that we love. And it is free. And you do get information. And that's what I love about it. Do you know how many times I've gone on YouTube to find like, what's the best light setup for this? Or, you know, right? All of those things.
What I do all the time.
Yeah, he goes, you Google it.
Just go YouTube. Somebody has a video
YouTube
to teach you.
Yeah.
I like to think of it as Me Too.
Me too.
So, Paul, I'm really obsessed with Amazonite.
Yes.
I love it.
Or
Does
as
it
they say, Amazonite.
Say it
It's
again.
a beautiful stone. I'm glad you brought that up because what I really love is finding those sort of diamonds in the rough that are opaque stones. Judy and I have traveled to mines all over the world, and some of them, especially in the Southwest United States, they're so inexpensive and they have such a great story. You don't have to spend a fortune to find gems that are just spectacular.
Well, good. We can't wait to see more. I'm subscribed. I hit the bell. It's all on now.
He's got it all going on.
I don't know if Judy conferred. Oh, go ahead.
I say the class is going to drop really on the 1st of March.
Okay, very cool. All right, I like it. And I don't know if Judy conferred with you, but she just like opened up your house to me.
Really?
For whenever I'm in Florida.
Yeah, that's when I'm probably going to be in the guest room.
You know when she
Exactly. Judy
said,
we
Patti,
will come up with your theme song and my theme song the night I stay there.
Okay.
all right.
Oh, there'll be a karaoke night.
Yeah. Exactly. Bye, Paul.
He said, I was going to tell you, Paul, that Patti said she wants to do a workout video on the beach together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yes.
That would be fun.
Exactly. I think it would.
Or
Yeah.
right on the dock.
Or right out on the dock. Yeah, we're on the water, Patti. So we could do it right on the dock. And then we could have our...
Amazing. All right, so first of all, this has exceeded my expectations of anything that could ever happen. So I'm having a blast. I want to open up to the people who have been listening. Nancy said, she says, I love gemstones. She has so many books. So Nancy's going to be excited to sign up for Paul's YouTube.
Absolutely. Good, good.
All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, people are checking on, they're subscribing to both channels. Ellen just says, oh, look at this. Linda.
Love Judy and Paul. I remember when they got married.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, which one?
What was that?
I said,
Wait.
which one? Which wedding? Which marriage? Because we've been married. How many times have we been married, Paul? 6? 6 or is it 7?
Really? Are you joking or no?
I'm not joking. We keep renewing our vows.
Oh my God, I love that.
Isn't
Keeping
it fresh? Buying a new dress.
Keeping it fresh. I have some dresses I'm going to send you. I'm obsessed with it right now. I'm sending you the. It's all. Just consider it done. You're gonna.
You're so cute. No, I really. If we just do it together, like we'll either go to a Kettlebell resort and say, "Hey, should we renew our vows?"
Yeah,
that would be fun. And so I just I don't necessarily wear white. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wear a little hat. Sometimes I don't. You know, it's just like,
oh my gosh.
Times on the beach, nice weather. One thing I always thought would be fun to do is to renew our vows out in Colorado with a little like faux fur.
Yes.
So pretty.
Yes, that's
all over the house of all the different renewals that we've done. So that's why we joke about being married to each other so many times.
I love that. Okay,
Oh,
can you go through this little thing again real quickly, and I'm going to put it up there on the crawl too. So tell me, I'm going to put up your website while you talk, okay?
Okay, yes. So the YouTube channel, and all you have to do, it's funny, Patti, I just shot a video last night that I'm going to upload next week.
Okay.
And it's all about YouTube, using YouTube, and even doing my videos on a smart TV. Because if you have a TV, and you would know that you do because you have a setting that has all the icons on it. And so I'm going to walk people through how they can do my exercise videos. And there's the YouTube channel, which is all you have to do is go to YouTube and then search in the search box where the magnifying glass is, Judy Crowell. And then when you see the little round picture that has that teal background, that's my channel. When you click that picture, you'll have an option to click on any of those videos, depending on whether you want to do an arm workout or an ab workout, but that's what it is on YouTube. And I was thinking, you know, there's so many people who, as we were saying earlier, are still a little bit intimidated by YouTube because it seems like, well, how do I use it? And do I have to pay? And do I have to have an account? I think you have to have a Google account. And if you use gmail.com, if you are your name here at gmail.com, then you already have a Google account. And what I didn't know until I started studying YouTube is that YouTube is owned by Google. So the top 2 search engines right now on your computer are YouTube and Google. So I think that's why the only account that you need is a Google account, which is free. And then use your username and password for your account, and then you can sign in. And that's also the case on your TV. So I thought hands-free, if you have a TV, then instead of trying to do it on a small little device like this, you could actually do it, on a TV. So I did a little 6-minute video as a how-to that I'll upload.
That's perfect, because it will help clear it, and then people can understand that they have access to so much free information, but more importantly, your channel and Paul's. All right. And mine's up there too. Okay, so I'm opening this up to question. Oh, how many? Let's see. Let me show this one. So, how many years have you been together? That's from Ellen.
Ellen. So we've been married for 16 and a half years. It'll be 17 in September. And we dated for about 1.5 years, almost 2, before we got married. I met Paul when he came to QVC in 1998.
Oh, really?
In the fall of 1998. And we were just really good friends for years. We'd see each other in the host room and we'd talk about what our schedules were. Every once in a while, he'd say, well, what are you doing tonight? You want to go see a movie? And I'd say, yeah, sure. What theater? I'll meet you there. So we did a lot of that back and forth. And I was dating somebody, and then he was dating somebody, and then I'd break up, and then he'd break up. It was just like stories all the time. And then we went out. Oh, I know, Patti, remember every once in a while when we used to get little gift certificates from a vendor at the end of the year for a Christmas present?
Yes.
Paul and I both had our gift certificates to a restaurant, and neither one of us had used it. So we said, hey, have you used your certificate? No, I think it was the General Warren Inn. Remember the General?
Oh, yes, of course.
So we went to the General Warren Inn. We both had our little certificates in hand. And then we went to the movies. And then we came back because both of our cars were still at the General Warren Inn. And we kind of didn't want to leave. And we kind of said, I wonder what else is still open around here. And there was a dive bar around the corner called the Flying Pig.
The Flying what?
The Flying Pig.
Okay.
It was in, it wasn't in Downingtown. It was in Malvern. It was in Malvern, Pennsylvania. I don't even know if it's still there. It was a biker bar. And here we are all dressed up, and we walked in, we're like, oh, well, whatever. So we walked in, we ended up closing down the bar at 2:00 in the morning. He goes to his car, I go to my car. We're on our cell phones the entire way to home.
No way.
We're talking. We just didn't want to hang up. This was too much fun. And then I heard a and I said, what is that? He said, that's my alarm. It's time for me to get up. I have to go to work.
Oh my God, stop it.
And then I was on right after, it was on like 7 to 9, and I was on from 9 to noon. So we had to do a walk on each other's shows and act like, oh yeah, hey, how you doing? How have you been? Long time no see.
Right.
And that's when I knew. He held my hand at the Flying Pig, and I said, what took you so long? And he said, high risk, high reward. He said, I didn't want to take the risk because I didn't want to lose a good friend, and you're such a good friend.
I'm going to cry on this one.
And I said, well, what now? And he said, I don't know. It just feels right. I'm willing to take the risk. So yeah, that's our love story.
Oh my.
That's why I love this picture so much.
Oh my God. Yes, I do too. That is so beautiful. Oh my God. Everyone's all flipping out about this.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get sappy.
Oh, that is so, look at this. She says, Nancy, I want to renew my vows. My hubby and I have been married almost 29 years. Together 31. They were babies. And then she said, So cool. Fitness and Gemstones, first episode on the show. Oh, this journey is going to be fun to watch. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Everyone is loving this. Everyone. They're subscribing. They're loving. Click all the notifications for your channels. Love Sundays with Paul and Judy.
Thank you.
Oh, this is really the sweetest. Everyone was really excited to know Paul has a channel.
Oh, good. Yeah, it'll be really good. He's just so funny and just so down to earth.
Yes.
He's just doing this all on his own. He went out and he bought an easel, old-fashioned easel, great big, cardboard flip chart.
Yeah, I have a flip chart.
It's so cute. And so that's how he's just going to get down and dirty, turn on a camera and just start talking about gemstones. We have, because we've been to so many mines and we've been to so many gem shows, like in Tucson and Vicenza and Vegas, that we've got a lot of like rough, but it's really cool to see the rough material and then imagine what goes into cutting it, polishing it, cobbing it, and setting it. And so you really appreciate what you have so much more after that. So it's a fascinating subject. And
what's your favorite stone, Judy? I never really knew. Do you have a favorite stone?
Well, I love my sapphire.
Okay.
I told Paul I would really love to have a sapphire. And of course, I think the whole Princess Diana ring was such a big influence on me. And it's also such a nice hard stone that it's a stone that you can feel comfortable wearing every day. Not as hard as a diamond. And of course, that's one of the reasons a diamond is used so often in engagement rings, not only because it shines and it's gorgeous, but it's so hard. And so sapphire and ruby are two other really good choices if you're choosing something different for an engagement ring, because they wear so well. And I've knocked this around for sure, but it's done well for 16 plus years. So that's really my favorite.
I love that. Judy, I feel like we're just going to continue chatting and thinking up new ideas and inspiring people. Comments are flooding in. I love this. Again, subscribing to the show, both channels, loving the show. So sweet. Hello from Miami. Let's see. Of course, everyone's saying Judy looks great. Yes, she does. Subscribing now, my friend Nydia. Loving the love story. So luckily we'll be able to see all of these on my Facebook page, all of the kind, beautiful, oh, Ellen, that was sweet. This is very sweet. She says, easy rapport, no pretense. Well, you know what? You and I always, I've said this, and this is so not, I can't say it any other way. To me, you just always, you sparkle. Paul found his gemstone. Found his gemstone. He found his hope diamond. You are it. You sparkle. When people ask me, it's like the word that comes to mind is the word sparkle and effervescent. You effervesce, and you want to be around you. And so, when I reached out to you, I mean, it was just going to be great to get together, or to reconnect. But I was just like so thrilled that you said yes, because I could not have asked for a better way to kick off. I can't. How can this? Could never ask for anything more than you being the first one here on my show.
I was so honored. When you asked me, I had no idea that I was really sort of kickoff of your show. And then I saw the balloons and the flowers, and of course we were talking about each other on our individual Facebook pages, and how we love to do the Facebook Lives. I know that is just so precious.
Wedding. I don't know why.
It's so cute. So congratulations. Tell me about your show. How often are you going to do it?
I'm going to do it as often as possible, honestly, because aside from taking trips to Texas to do training at the cosmetic labs there, which I'm going next week, I'm home and I'm working from home. So to me, this is, well, not this, but I'm just saying this is part of that working from home, and it's what I love to do. So, for example, I have a schedule at Friday night with Urja Beauty at 7 p.m. And then I'm hopefully scheduling with Dalton and Lee for next Monday. We're going to try to work that in. And then and then I'm gone. And then I'm back Friday morning, and Friday night I have the Sexiest Beauty, which is all about beautiful lip colors. And she's going to be our Galentine's guest at 5 p.m. And then I'm looking at the last week of February at that point, and I have a couple of guests, so we're just trying to lock in, because this all just happened, just trying to lock in the dates. But I really want it to be a mixture of kind of, I call it kind of join, engage, grow. Those are my 3 words. It's like, join this community, engage with us. And then you learn and you walk away, and just even what you talked about in the beginning of our conversation with all the things, the health stuff and just mindset and just moving your body, all that's going to stick with me. And I just think if anything else, if nothing else, then something's going to stick with people. And hopefully that makes a positive shift in their life. So if that comes by way of sharing products that maybe they wouldn't have ever discovered otherwise, because I just so happen, just as you and Paul have those sort of connections in gems and in fitness, I do for beauty. That's just a bonus, a perk of what I do. I feel like, I can give a voice to the box or the ad that might just be sitting there and lying flat and not really letting people know how this might help their skin or their confidence. So that, and with fitness people, and I'm sort of just open to ideas and discoveries, honestly. So this was such a treat to have you with your positive energy. How else could you open a show?
Right. I want to watch your shows. I'm definitely going to keep tab and get notified. Click that little notification drop down so that I find out when you're going to be broadcasting. And I also want to know more about the teeth whitening, because you can imagine with this smile, I have to be very conscious of keeping them white. So I'd love to know. I'm just using the spoon, so I need to know more about what
Oh my gosh, yeah, the Snow Teeth Whitening I'm working with, and actually it's so fun because I'm a Patriots fan because I'm from Rhode Island. So Gronk actually is co-owner of the Snow Teeth Whitening, and I have to say, and we've sold lots of products, and I try to be really honest with what my experiences are. Snow does not give me any sensitivity. That's what I love. Yeah. So I really, because I used to put something in, because we're on TV, and so same for me, and my gums would be sore.
Oh.
Yeah. And so with this one, I could use it 3 times in one day, and I don't get any type of sensitivity. So I'll text you the information too.
I'd love to know more of that. I really would. That's awesome. Good for you.
Favorite. Thank you. And so hopefully I'll still be going on HSN occasionally, which will of course then bring me to, let me see, St. Pete, bring me to the Crowell DC estate. Well, then that's great.
The guest room will be waiting for you.
Thank you. I'll be in contact with you soon. Okay, so anything you want to say to everyone who's been watching while we've been doing this chat?
Gosh, we've covered so much material and so much ground and so many different subjects. I appreciate all of the questions and the curiosity, and I hope it's been interesting and fun and motivating. And I would really love for people to follow along, obviously, with my videos. The comments are so helpful. People are always curious about, are you going to do this? And have you covered that? And so if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, it's very helpful to see the comments. And then also, I do have, actually, I can tell you what I'm also starting.
Oh, are you going to?
Be a really unique time to just see what your followers and your viewers, if they would be interested. Okay. And maybe with a little, nothing more than a yes in a comment, I can link people in. Patti, you know that you just joined a group that I started under Judy Crowell Style. And it's a private group. But
I didn't know you were going to share this.
So I decided to go ahead and let everybody know tonight that if they would like to be invited into that group and join, that I can send personal invitations through Facebook, because it's a private group that at this point in time is going to be all about fitness and fashion. So it's combining the two together, women who love to shop and who love to look good and who want to be motivated to go get that job done and get that fit that fitness in. I talk about putting on your uniform, because if you think about ever having had a job where you had, even in school, some people even went to school where they had to wear a uniform. So if you put your pilot uniform, your flight attendant uniform, your nurses, your doctors, your accountant uniform, even if it's a suit and tie, it's a uniform. Your mindset is, I'm going to get something done. I have a focus. So I call my exercise wear my uniform. So when you put on your fitness uniform, you have to look good, because when you look good, you're motivated. And you see yourself in the mirror and you see the progress that you're making. You see your muscles getting stronger. You see yourself losing weight. And that's so motivating. So I want you to look good and feel good. And so I'm starting a fashion fitness line.
Look at this. They're flooding in. Keep talking. They're saying yes, 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 yes.
Yes. So I'll go back through all of Patti's comments and get names down and invite you into the private group. And then you can learn more about how to shop for my fitness fashion.
Oh, look at this.
It's huge.
Oh, it's so sweet too. I love her. She's saying, yes, please send me the, look at this. Everybody. Basically, we're just going to have to go through and personally invite Lori, Sarah, Ellen, Francine, Gina, Maureen, all the people watching, Nydia. Oh, of course. I mean,
it's all new to me. It's this brand new venture. I'm a little bit nervous about it, and I hope I can handle it properly on Facebook. But I'm going to do my best. So I'd love to know women who are interested in learning more and shopping with me and feeling amazing about their bodies. And we have sizes that are extra small to 2X. So I'm trying to put in as many body types and sizes as I can.
I love that. Look at Judy. Everybody's saying yes. Oh, and look, sweet from
thank you, Sarah.
I'm so happy that we're doing this. Need something like this. Engaging is awesome. Learning about what's out there, all of this. But everybody is responding. Yes, yes, yes. Across the board. Judy's energy is amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Everybody's saying that.
It's an incredible platform in this in the year 2020. They were able to do this and touch so many lives.
Yeah.
And have so many lives touch us.
So true. Oh my God, honey. Yes. And like, look at us. Look at us. 16 years we said, or whatever long. And we're like, no time. And it's like, we're like back. Like it's awesome. And that's what I love too. That's how thankfully most of like I've moved so much. I'm probably the one out of all the people that know me. I move all the time. It's an excuse, but it challenges me to keep up with people, you know, it becomes challenging. So it's so amazing that like this, we can just reconnect and it's like, boom, we got a move channel right here, right?
I feel about moving all the time because especially having a job at television, if you wanted to move up or you wanted to have a different type of a portion of your career, then you really had to go to another market. And so a lot of times it was the job that took you to a completely different state of the country. So I did that too.
Yeah, like, you know, Minnesota, I was like, absolutely not. Not going. Like, I did truly feel like that for a huge chunk of time, that in order for me to continue doing what I was doing, which I loved, I would have to be planted somewhere that I just wasn't fond of. Like so this I was like, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing more of this? This just makes sense and I can be anywhere.
Yep.
Like, so I know this is so great. Judy, thank you. I did tell people that in honor of this, I'm doing a giveaway. So I have an app on my phone that randomly picks people. So I'm just letting you know because I will, according to the app that I have, which I'll let everybody know what it is, because I'm giving away a basket of goodies. So it is called Woo Box. I'm just letting you know too, Judy, in case you ever want to do this. And it will pick the winner. It does all my posts, and then it picks the winner. So I'm going to announce the winner once we hang up this broadcast. Okay, and then it will be posted. So I just want to let you know that that's going up too.
Say the app again. What's the name of it?
It's called Woo Box. WOOBOX. And you can, and it works for Facebook posts, Instagram. I think it works for almost all the formats. So it shows like right now on my phone, it's showing me all of my posts so far.
Oh, cool.
And you can choose which post, you know, obviously the one that I have the giveaway in, and then it will pick somebody. So I just wanted everybody to know that I did not forget. I have a box. It's going to be ready to be shipped to whoever wins. But I was hoping I could have you announce it, but it's not going to work that way. So
no problem. I didn't even know about it.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the info though, because it's really cool. Because I was like, how do you choose? I love everybody. How can I choose?
No, it's good to have a source that gives it to you randomly. So that's brilliant.
Exactly.
Good.
Judy,
it's been so much fun. Thanks, you guys. I've taken up a lot of your time, Patti.
No, this was everything in my life right now. I am so happy. You just made everything. This is so great. And this to me is like just makes me feel so excited to move forward because of how the response, like, and just having you here, Thank you so much.
So welcome, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, Judy.
I'll read all the comments too.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.